Hi, this is your astrologer Kira, and today we are going to do the retrograde Mercury video again. Yeah, and for those who do not know this yet, please share, subscribe, and feel free to comment. Love to read your comments and to answer on them. And at the same time, you have to be aware that I'm doing the tropical positions or tropical astrology or the Western astrology, but from the time to time, I'm referring to the sidereal or Vedic astrology when I feel it's appropriate. Okay, disclaimer is done. We can listen to the retrograde Mercury right now. This retrograde Mercury will start to happen on the 26th of July, and it will last until the 19th of August. Day before, on the 25th of July, Mercury will be considered as stationary because he will slow down so much that it will appear in the sky like it's standing still. Uh, However, this is appearing only from the Earth looking in the sky. In the sky, and nothing is going retrograde. Mercury is turning around the sun, but due to our orbits and so on, we see it going like it's going backwards 3 times a year. Don't let me bother you with this. I have the separate video about the general retrograde Mercury. For this retrograde Mercury, you have to know that it is happening very close in the midst of the eclipse season, day before the total lunar eclipse going on, which is not a good thing, but it happens. And on the other side, and this Mercury will play some sort of the role during the total lunar eclipse, because Mercury is the messenger, the voice, the document, the written document, electronics, and so on. And you will refer to something from the past, or you will remember to tell him something you forgot from the past, or you will pull out the paper to show something from the past, and you will be full of self-confidence, but you might not be right. But let's see what will going on. So Mercury is stationing on the 25th, turning retrograde on the 26th. On the 27th, we have this grand bloody moon, total lunar eclipse. I made a separate videos about it. And guess what? Mercury doesn't make any major aspect until the 3rd of August. The curiosity of this position of retrograde Mercury is that it is happening together with a retrograde Mars. So this means, in general terms, I know I will be boring like a mother, but I am a mother and I have every right to be boring. If you forgot about it, like this retrograde Mercury, I will tell you again from the past. No. Reworking, rehearsing, revisiting, rereading, rehearing, rechecking, everything which begins with a re. Nothing new. If you have to go to the work in exact time, please go half an hour earlier, because something will crack, stack, something will happen in the traffic and you will get stuck, and you will bite your nails and you will be late. So use this time wisely. Take a book with you, take something to learn along your way, and while everybody is losing their nerves, you read, reread the old stuff, all contracts, all things going on, and so on and so on. And you will be on time if you get up earlier and go to your work or school or anywhere you are going to earlier. At the same time, be prepared to wait in the long lines and for the internet to crash down, internet connections, websites, and so on. Be ready for all sorts of the setbacks in the banks, banking systems, any type of system which uses electronics. We astrologers know this will be the horrible time in our lives, and people who are doing internet, any sort of the job related to the internet already know through astrology, and they are very prone. They are not interested in any other astrological transit except retrograde Mercury. And when anything goes wrong, they always ask me, is the Mercury retrograde? Because this is our main ruler in the sky for all astrologers and for all people dealing with the networks. So yes, will everything go wrong? Yes, it might. Telephone lines, internet lines, everything. Your travelings, airplanes and so on, the trains could get postponed. Be prepared, be ready to wait, to call again, to return to this, especially because the Mars is retrograde. This is not the time really for anything new. This is the time of great misunderstandings, but this is the great time if you are returning back to someone to clear out the issues. Things won't be easy, I won't lie to you, but if you are ready to listen, then it will be easier. However, as I said, starting from the 3rd October, this retrograde Mercury will start to form again the square with the planet Jupiter, and I think on the 9th, yes, on the 9th October, Mercury will be in inferior conjunction with the Sun, making almost exact, not quite exact, because Jupiter will be on 14 something degrees, 15 degrees of the sign of Scorpio, and the Sun and Mercury will be on 16 something, which means on the 17th degree of the sign of Leo. Okay, I won't go into the detail about mathematics of this, but Mercury will go retrograde, so he's counting backwards his degrees. It doesn't matter, 2 degrees apart from being exact square from Jupiter. This means some old garbage will go out on the surface. You will discover some old documents, legal stuff, something very dirty, very awful about some public figures, political figures, and so on. They will try to use every mean they can to wash themselves, to justify themselves. Will this work? I don't know. I don't believe it will. But Mercury together with the Sun, when Mercury is burned in the heart of the Sun in the Kazimi aspect, this means the burnt mind. This doesn't necessarily mean that someone is stupid. This could mean that the mind is overtaken by the ego, the logic is overtaken by the ego, and in some cases this could prove great, but in some cases this could be disaster. So choose the side you want to be with. This will affect any house where you have placed your signs of Gemini, Leo, and Virgo, because the planet Mercury is ruling the Gemini and Virgo, but it will be in the sign of Leo, and it will be retrograde until the 19th of August. And then we'll have 8 days more to get rid of this retrograde Mars, and things will get better, I promise you. But before this, I have to tell you one very important thing. When it starts its retrograde motion, this Mercury will retrace the path of the north node of the moon, which happened around eclipse season in the month of August of the last year. Where were you? Not in the month of August, lasting until, I don't know, April of this year. So just remember what happened around the late August days, and what things developed from August to the month of April, what lessons you had to learn to go through, which events happened to you, what happened to you. You will retrace all of that in your mind. You might reconnect with some people from that time of your life. You might finish your contacts with those people. Anything is possible, but this will whirl around your mind. So in general, and when Mercury finishes its retrograde motion, it will make very beneficial aspect with the planet Venus in the sign of Libra. Venus will be in the middle of the sign of Libra in that time. Mercury will be very close to Rahu, but Mars will move on, and Mercury will make trine with the Moon. So on the 19th of August, you'll see, oh, I came to my senses. This is good, this is not good. We can make money on this side and we can make money on that side. This person is good for me, this person is not good for me. I won't communicate with this person, but I will communicate with that person. And you will be done. Some events going on in behind of your in your subconscious will be finally done. It's done, and you will be free. And you'll have to wait just a bit longer for this Mars to station direct, and then everything will get moving. Until then, you won't get that money for that new project, but you will have to wait few years. No, not few years, few weeks longer, when Mercury moves in its own house, in the house of Virgo, and makes very beneficial sextile toward the planet Jupiter in the sign of Scorpio, and then you will get your money, and then everything will open to you. But this will take place, I believe, around middle of the month of September, or even by the beginning of October. Until then, be careful, be ready to all the things in your life, and take care. What can I else? What can I say else to you? Love you all, and wish you all the best. This was your astrologer Kira in the midst of the chaos. Let's see how retrograde Mercury, what effects will this planet have on all of us working on internet? I'm very curious to look on all sorts of the YouTube channels, because I know there will be nervous breakdowns, including me. So, as I said, wish you all the best, take care, and see you in the next video. Bye.